In that house, a place woven from the threads of time and memory, there was a room no one ever entered. It was the attic, a forgotten kingdom under the eaves, where dust motes danced like tiny spirits in the sunbeams that pierced the grime of a single, high window. Faded, ghostly family photos hung askew on the walls, their eyes seeming to follow every shadow. One afternoon, my grandfather, a man whose hands held the stories of generations, decided to face the past. His hand, wrinkled and slow, reached for the rusted latch of an old wooden chest that had sat silent for decades. As the camera zooms in, it briefly pans over a ghostly photo, a face from long ago, before settling on the latch. With a groan of aged wood, the chest opened. Inside, nestled amongst yellowed linens in the scent of cedar and decay, lay a single object, a delicate, antique music box. It was a thing of dark wood and tarnished silver, its surface carved with intricate, swirling patterns that seemed to draw the eye and hold it. Grandfather, his breath held, carefully lifted it out. The camera focuses on its exquisite, unsettling details, tracing the lines of the engravings as if reading a lost language. It was beautiful, but it held a coldness that seemed to seep into the air around it. Grandfather's thumb found the small winding key. With a series of hesitant clicks, he wound the mechanism. A faint, unsettling lullaby began to play, a melody that was both sweet and deeply sorrowful. As the notes tinkled through the silence, the shadows in the attic seemed to deepen, stretching and writhing like living things. A quick glance at the walls revealed the impossible. The faces in the ghostly photos appeared to subtly shift, their painted smiles drooping into somber, accusatory frowns. The camera pans around the room, hinting at unseen presences, with occasional quick cuts back to the changing portraits, their expressions growing more malevolent with each note. Then, a movement in a dark corner. Something that had been mistaken for a pile of discarded toys stirred. An old porcelain doll, its dress tattered and its face cracked, slowly turned its head. Its painted eyes, which had been staring at the wall, now fixed directly on my grandfather. They seemed to glow with a faint, internal light. A quick cut to a close-up of the doll's unblinking eyes sends a shiver down the spine, followed by a wider shot capturing grandfather's look of dawning horror. The music continued its haunting tune, now a soundtrack to a waking nightmare. Suddenly, the attic grew frigid. A gust of wind, impossible with no windows open, rustled the brittle, ancient curtains and extinguished the sunbeams. The music box's melody began to falter, the notes becoming distorted, slurring into an eerie, discordant wail. The camera adopts a shaky, handheld effect, mirroring the growing panic and the instability of the moment. The very air felt heavy, charged with a malevolence that had been awakened from its long slumber. Faint whispers slithered from the corners of the room, just at the edge of hearing. Grandfather looked around frantically, his heart pounding against his ribs. The whispers seemed to sync with the doll's face, its cracked, painted lips appeared to move, forming silent words that matched the ghostly sounds. The camera cuts rapidly between grandfather's terrified face and the doll's unchanging, yet deeply menacing expression. The lullaby, the whispers, and the doll's gaze all converged into a single point of terror. With a cry, grandfather dropped the music box. It hit the floorboards and shattered, the music cutting off with a final, choked gasp. He scrambled backward, tripping over forgotten boxes and broken heirlooms, his only thought to escape. The camera follows his frantic retreat, capturing the chaos of his flight down the attic stairs. A final, lingering shot shows the broken music box, silent on the floor, and the doll, still watching the empty space where he had been. Downstairs, he sat, shaken to his core, recounting the story to us, his unseen grandchildren. His voice trembled, his eyes wide, with a fear that would never truly leave him. He kept looking towards the hallway, where the attic door stood slightly ajar. The camera focuses on his haunted face, then pulls back to a long, lingering shot on that dimly lit doorway, a dark invitation to a place where memories and nightmares intertwine, forever waiting.